Janarandana Yamunatera Vanachari Yamunatera Yamunatera Vanachari Yamunatera Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Vedana Bhallava Girivardhari Vedana Bhallava Girivardhari Nana Bhaja Janarandana Ashodana Nana Bhaja Janarandana Yamunatera Vanachari Yamunatera Yamunatera Vanachari Yamunatera Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hari
Can I introduce you to our devotees? They're all online.
Introduced.
I'll introduce you. Hare Krishna. Welcome all devotees. So on behalf of all our devotees in Sri Radha Govinda Temple, Mangalore, the congregation online who are joining us. So we are blessed here to have His Grace Prasanna Prabhuji. He is a disciple of our beloved founder Acharya. His Divine Grace is Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So His Grace Prasanna Prabhu is originally from France, so where Srila Prabhupada gave him the initiation in 1974. It's a great privilege to have His Grace with us today. So, Shrimad Bhagavatam class, now Prabhuji will do this association for us. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hari Hari. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya
Narayanam Namaskritya
Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nasta Prayeshu Bhadreshu Nitam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Nice to be. Yantara Shrimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Parampara, Guru Varga, Sadhu Sampradaya, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. 27? I did not have time to study the verse. Pregnancy of deity in the evening. Acha. Okay. Yasyana vadya charitam manasino ginancha vidya patalam bibitsavaha nirasta samyati yat svayam pisatsacharyam acharat gati satam. Translation. Though no one in the material world is equal to or greater than Lord Shiva, and although these unimpeachable characters is followed by great soul to dismantle the mass of nations, nevertheless remains as if a devil to give salvation to all devotees of the Lord. Right. Turn off phone. Purport. Lord Shiva uncivilized, devilish characteristics are never abominable because it teaches the sincere devotee of the Lord how to practice detachment from material enjoyment. He is called Mahadev, or the greatest of all demigods, and no one is equal to or greater than him in the material world. He is almost equal with Lord Vishnu, although he always associates with Maya, Durga. He is above the reactionist stage of the three modes of material nature, and although he is in charge of devilish characters in the mode of ignorance, he is not affected by such association. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So, verse again. Although no one in the material world is equal to or greater than Lord Shiva, and although his unimpeachable characters is followed by great souls to dismantle the mass of nations, he nevertheless remains as if a devil to give salvation to all devotees of the Lord. Shri Shiva Maharaj ki. So, the greatness of Lord Shiva, some of the greatness of Lord Shiva is given to someone is translating or only in English? Yeah, good. All the congregation, they all speak English.
This is an English class.
We have
separate classes for them.
Okay. So, is described as Brahma Samhita. I can't sound the verse, but it is said that Vishnu and Shiva are like milk and dahi. So the comparison is there that, milk and dahi, two milk products. No? Oh, yes. Yes. So that means they are equal, not product. The little difference is that from milk comes the dahi, but you cannot reverse the situation. From dahi cannot come the milk. No? Oh yes. Okay. So that means the origin, Adipurusham, is Govinda. And from him come so many manifestations. And one of them is Shiva. So Shiva is a very complicated matter to understand. Why? Because he is alone, is in own category, Shiva Tattva. You know anyone else in Shiva Tattva? He is only one. Shiva Tattva. We are Jiva Tattva. He is Vishnu Tattva. Different category. But he is alone in Shiva Tattva. Who is that? So Shiva at first is called Sada Shiva. He is in the spiritual world. He has an abode in the Vaikuntha, somewhere. I cannot tell you, go to right, go to left, I don't know. But he's in the spiritual world. He has his own planet, Sada Shiva, Loka, Kailash. So in this situation, he is like Mahavishnu, is like Narayan, is like, in Tattva, he is equal. He has all power, is eternal, does not change, does not move, does not become entrapped in Maya, completely transcendental. This is Shiva. But when he comes in the material world, accept some service for his Prabhu, he's taking charge of Tamaguna. No one to take this charge. He's taking as service. Okay, I will take charge of the Tamaguna, and I will take charge of those persons who are in Tamaguna. So he's taking care of this great service. Just like if I ask you, okay, you will be in charge of all the bums, all the very poor people, drunkard and everything in the city. Will you do it? So it is like this. Very powerful. You can take charge of all the hobgoblins, ghosts, pisacha, pisachi, and so many kinds of evils, peoples, and he takes charge. So at that time he is Guna Avatar, Shiva Guna Avatar. So he is like the Supreme Bhagavan. And then he is Guna Avatar. And then from this Guna Avatar Shiva come from 11 Rudra, who at the end of this manifestation take charge of destroying this material world. So he is Rudra also. And sometimes it is said that there is not a person who can, there is no one coming as Shiva, So some Jiva soul has to take this part of Lord Shiva, just like Lord Brahma. It is rare, but it happens also. That means that Shiva is in Vishnu Tattva, in Shiva Tattva, in Jiva Tattva, and Guna Avatar. That means he is all platforms, This is why it is very complicated. He is more than Vishnu, we can say. In a way that also it becomes like Jiva. So he has an extraordinary position, but always in the mood of serving and meditating. He is under a big banyan tree in Kailash, you know, even in this material world. It must be like this over there. A big, gigantic banyan tree. And he's there under meditating. He has a tiger skin, and his matted locks, and a garland of skulls. And his body is wetted with dust from the crematorium, the ashes from the crematorium. And he has serpents, snakes around him. Do you imagine? Sometimes I'm thinking, what about if this personage will come at the entrance of the ISKCON temple? Maybe we will kick him out, no? So extraordinary personality, such, extravagant personality. Like Prabhupada says, he's devilish. He has an aspect devilish, He is like them, Hair like this and skills, So, extraordinary personality. And he is Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu. Also the greatest of Vaishnava. Very pure Vaishnava. Always meditating on the lotus feet. Not only of Narayana, but also even Radha Krishna. What one beautiful poetry called Radha Krishna Kataksha Bhajanam, in which he is glorifying Lord Krishna conjugal, amorous pastimes. So he knows everything. It is not that something is unaware of something. He is completely conscious of all truths. He has all tattva in him. He is not ignorant at all. He is a master of tamagun, but himself has full knowledge, completely, 100% tattva gyan of everything. So when we go to Shiva temple, is there any old Purana Shiva temple here? Okay, so devotees should go time to time and visit. And when you see Lord Shiva in his linga form, because he's generally worshipped like this, it was a curse from Brihaspati, from Devata. No, it was a curse. So you will never worship like you fall. You will be worshipped like a linga. So we accept. So when we go to see linga Shiva, then we offer dandavat and we pray what? We don't pray, oh Lord Shiva, give me liberation. Oh Lord Shiva, give me this facility, this, like this. Many people, they go see Lord Shiva because they want some benefit. One benefit, another benefit, I don't know. But when devotee goes see Lord Shiva, please, oh Lord Shiva, give me Vraja Prem. Give me Lord Krishna Radha Prem, because you have this power, you have understood, you have fully also acquainted with this. So please help me in my bhakti path. So we go see Lord Shiva and pray like this, please help me in my bhakti. In this way, we are not committing offense by telling, like some Sri Sampradaya devotees, they never go to see Lord Shiva temple. You know this? They don't want to go there. They say they are impersonalists mostly, and they are, putting aside Lord Vishnu, so we don't want to go. But we have not the same approach, because we know that Lord Shiva is Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu, and he is great master, and he is also, as I say, like like Bhagavan. It is said in 4th canto, he is called Bhagavan, like Krishna. So it is said also that we are telling second offense of, what is that? Tell the second offense.
To consider gifts of demigods like Lord Shiva or
Yeah.
or
Okay. So this is one phase of the understanding. But the other phase of the understanding told by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is said that if you consider Lord Shiva as different as Lord Vishnu, yeah, then you are Nama Aparati also. Reversed. Why? Because Lord Shiva ultimately is also Sadashiva, completely equal to Vishnu. So if you consider this Shiva different from Lord Vishnu, then you are also Namaparati. So we have to be careful. But in a general way, yes, we understand, because he's like a devata, like others. So we understand this point, this understanding cannot be false. But we have to be careful toward Lord Vishnu, because he is also not an ordinary devata. He's not like the other devata. Other devata has jiva soul, but Shiva is not a jiva soul. It's Shiva Tattva. What is it? I don't know. But it's Shiva Tattva, not jiva. It's not like you. Never like demigods. It's great, great personality. So we have to be careful. So he's married with Parvati, who was named also Durga, who was named Uma, who was named different name, Sati. Yeah? First there was Sati, then this Sati, you know the story in 4th canto. She has to give up her body because her husband was insulted by his own father. So, okay, since she was born as Parvati or Uma, I don't know, complicated matter also. But anyway, he's always with this personification of material nature called Durga or Maya. But he's not affected by her. He is completely transcendental to her. Another great example of Lord Shiva. But he is in the middle of low-class people, and his wife is Maya herself. Still, he is completely transcendent and meditating upon, and meditating upon Lord Krishna. So, in this way, the glories of Lord Shiva as unending, beautiful, extraordinary, and wherever there is a manifestation of Krishna, his master, is always there, always ready to participate. Sometimes it looks like awkward situation, like in Shrimad Bhagavatam 10th canto. At one point, there is Lord Shiva fighting against Vishnu, with trident and everything. Pastimes are extraordinary in this way, but is always in the mood of serving, like Balaram, who becomes Shesha, who becomes so many things. In the same way, wherever Krishna is accomplishing his pastimes, then he comes. Just like when Krishna was on earth and doing Vrindavan Lila, Shiva also wanted to participate. You know the story. He came to Purnamasi and he asked, I want to participate. No possible. No male can participate into the rasa dance. Only Krishna is the only male. All others are gopis. There is no gopa, there is no, only girls. Okay? So it's okay, let's do something. I want to participate. I want to. Finally, Purnamasi said, okay, go in this kund. Go deep in this kund. He did it. When he came out, he has a beautiful body as young girl. Beautiful young girl. So no Purnamasi, so go now. You have a body adapted for the situation. Go. So Shiva went, and on the way, he met some gopi. And the gopi said, wow, a new gopi, wonderful, beautiful, no envy, you know. Wow, a new gopi, beautiful. Well, what is your name? Oh, okay, where you come from? What is your village name? So what is the name of your parents? Oh, you buggish gopi, blah, blah. And the gopi started to slap this fake gopi, we can say, you know. So she went back to Purnamasi, you know, she asked me so many questions, not possible, you did not tell me, you know, it's impossible, you know. So Purnamasi said, you see, it is not such easy task to enter into the cycle of rasa dance. You better stay here and watch. And anyone who's coming as a male form, you forbid, and you are the guardian, the chotidar of this rasa stali. So you please stay here. So still today, Shiva is there as Gopi Jwara. Gopi Jwara. He is a guardian of the Gopi Rasastali. So he wanted to participate, you know, because it's so wonderful, extraordinary pastime of his Lord. He wanted to be him, but not possible. Also, Lakshmi tried, you know, and never been able to enter. Lakshmi. She wanted also to participate rasa dance. Why not? I should go also. He's my husband. But not possible because so much attached to different things. You know. Oh, you can go, Lakshmi did. Up to what time in class?
You can go to 9 o'clock.
Okay. So, same. Lakshmi said, okay, I want also to go. Wow. So Purnamasi, same personality. Purnamasi is Yoga Maya, you know, the energy who is controlling all the pastimes of Krishna. So Yoga Maya say, my dear Lakshmi, you know, it is special mood here. You cannot stay like this, like a queen. You have to be like a village girl. Okay, okay. You know what means village girl? Means you have to take cow dung and go patches and splash on the wall. Oh, this I have to do. Yes, this is village girl business. Okay, I will do. Okay, but Lakshmi, you know that all the gopi, they are already married. And they go to Krishna. So you have to go married with one gopa. Ah! Don't ask me this. I will never be able to marry another man than my husband. Finished. Not possible to enter into rasa dance. Special Vrindavan. So also when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, then even before him appear who? Advaita. Yesterday, Advaita Acharya appeared many years before. And he was saying the degraded situation of this Kali Yuga, even in Bengal, 500 years ago, he saw it was very degraded. So, fortunately, he did not come to the West, but even in Bengal, It's so degraded situation. So he prayed. He had one Shila, and he prayed in the Shinga Shila, and he prayed, "Oh, Bhagavan, please appear in this world and do something. If you don't appear, myself, I will rise up and kill all these Kali Yuga agent, you know. So please, please appear." And he, and he prayed and he cried. So Mahaprabhu appeared. It is one reason. Other reason, but I'm not going to tell. But for these reasons also, Krishna appears because of the prayer of Advaita. Who is who? Advaita is Mahavishnu and Sadashiva, both. Just to say that Mahavishnu and Sadashiva said equal. So he is Shiva also. So he came and participated to all these wonderful pastimes of Lord Chaitanya on earth 500 years ago. So he cannot, when Krishna is accomplishing some pastime, then he is always there. And when there was the churning of the ocean, milk ocean, by Kurma, also Shiva, when there was poison coming, and Shiva, he came. Is there any service I can do? Yes, drink this poison. Can you do it? If I ask you to drink some poison, no, you cannot. So he said, okay, I will take huge quantity of poison. And he keep it here in his throat. The throat became blue. So strong was the poison, Kalakuta. So strong that his throat became blue. Then he is called. Why he did not digest the poison? Because he said, oh, my Lord is here in my heart. If the poison go down, it will burn him maybe. I don't want to create disturbance for my Lord. So I keep it here. Great devotees. And all lila like this, he appears. And last, Advaita Acharya. And he performed so many wonderful pastimes. He was there right at the beginning. But at the beginning, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself was not revealed. Up to 20 years old, he did not reveal his godhood. He kept. And when he was 9, 10, 11, 12, he was a naughty boy. Then after he was puffed up, looks like puffed up Brahmana, telling Sanskrit and grammar like this, and he was very intelligent, able to debate any philosophical point, So all the devotee at that time who was before him, like Srivas, like Advaita, and Gadadhar and others, they was avoiding him, When Advaita was looking, he was thinking, oh, if this boy could be a Vaishnava, oh, he would be great, But they did not know it was God. Chaitanya Bhagavat, it is told like this. So they was avoiding him. When they was seeing him like this coming, they was changing side of the road to not be disturbed. Because otherwise, Lord Chaitanya will have asked, do you know? He will have speak some philosophical point. And he was unbeatable, so they prefer not to. So to say, Advaita was there long before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Mahaprabhu, young boy, and then he saw him coming back from Ishvarapuri, completely changed, chanting Krishna, Krishna, Krishna in ecstasy. Then Advaita Acharya understood, oh, my Lord, now has revealed himself. Then big pastimes have been there. Panchatattvatmakam Krishna Bhaktarupa Svarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikyam. Advaita is there. In Harinam Sankirtan party, Advaita was there chanting. He is Lord Shiva. He cannot be far from his Lord Krishna. And many pastimes between Advaita and Nityananda. When Advaita when Nityananda threw grains of rice on the floor and some touched Advaita, he became in ecstasy. Now I received the mercy of Nityananda. With Balaram even more, because he is the origin of all the Vishnu, Mula Sankarshan, everything is, Balaram. Everything is expanding from him. Balaram, first manifestation of Krishna. So always Advaita as a servant, is glorifying Balaram like Nityananda. Outsidely, he's telling Nityananda, you pagal, you fool, you are person cannot be relied, you are acting like a madman. Outwardly he was telling this, but inside it was an ecstasy. So beautiful pastime between Advaita, Nityananda, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And because of Advaita also, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu concluded his pastimes. He told him in the ear some special, very strange, phrase, telling him now, everything is done, the rice is finished. And Mahaprabhu understood, my pastime is stopping here. So Mahaprabhu stayed only 48 years. So is Lord Shiva. And we are speaking about Lord Shiva. Can I do another verse?
Or you can tell something about Prabhupada. Something about yourself, how you interacted with Prabhupada. They're all new people, most of the people are listening.
New people. Krishna, Krishna. So, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So Prabhupada is the one who is revealing all these truths through Bhagavatam. He gave us Bhagavatam. This is the mercy of Vaishnava. He is not only keeping his Krishna consciousness for himself, but is giving, is giving. This is called Karuna, like an ocean. Karuna Sindhu. Karuna Sindhu. We're chanting Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu. Adama Janara Bandhu. Who are Adama? People like me. So he came to the Adama country, Paschatya Deshi, Western world. Paschatya Deshi. You are part of the Western world, ocean. So we are Paschatya Deshi. He came to our country. He saw so many Adama there. We have to do something, If the Adama they take to Krishna consciousness, then maybe it will be good everywhere. So first he came to the Adama countries, people very fallen, addicted to so many bad things. So he came first. This is his mercy. So so he used to do his worldwide tour, and every year he used to come to Paris. So he came in Paris as soon as 70. 1970 first. 70, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He came every year in Paris and France. He liked it, Paris, in a way that it's a beautiful city. And also he installed in 73 Sri Radha Paris Ishwara. You know, he gave the name Paris, just like London Ishwara. He gave Paris Ishwara. Beautiful deity. Have you seen picture of Radha Paris? For me, it's the most beautiful, but because I'm born with them, but most beautiful deity. And before that, it came and the movement grew up very quickly. Many Americans was there at the beginning. It was not French, American. Harry Villas, Babu, you know, GBC. He came first in Paris in 1769, and he started alone. Then little by little, people came, and it was growing. So when I joined beginning of January of 74, there was already many devotees in the temple. You know, they had changed already 2 times. And it was growing very rapidly. So they rent a big 3-story building in the center of Paris, the best place in Paris. You know? And we was there. So in this temple, when I joined, it was like a big hills, you know, 150 devotees, or I don't know how many was living in this temple. At night, people were sleeping everywhere, in the staircase, in the bathroom, everywhere. Anyway, I joined like this. And after 4 months, Prabhupada arrived. It was June 74. Prabhupada arrived in Paris. So first time I saw him, and a few days after there was an initiation ceremony. I did not know, I did not ask for being initiated because I was quite new. You know, I did not know was too new. But the president, Bhagavan, at that time, he put me on the list. I did not know. Just 1 hour before the ceremony, he told me, "Why are you not shaved?" I said, "Why?" "Because you are going to be initiated." So I went back to the bathroom and shaved, to being helped to shave. And then being initiated by Prabhupada. I have many pictures. I will show you. I don't have my phone here, but I will show you. I have many pictures when Prabhupada gave me the bead. And I am with Prabhupada on the Eiffel Tower. You know, Eiffel Tower like this. He was walking morning time. So I was with him and also in some parks and like this. He stayed for 1 week. As a time in Paris, he visited Paris by car. You know, there was one devotee who was taxi driver, but deluxe taxi. So he came with a Rolls-Royce at the temple. And Prabhupada came into these big cars and they went to visit Paris like this. I liked the city. When he saw the city hall, he said, "Oh, in the heavenly planets, they have castle, they have palace like this, you know, big palace." You know. So in this way, then he came back in 75 in Paris, but at that time they already bought one farm, and Prabhupada called it New Mayapur. It's in France, 200 kilometers from Paris. And a nice also castle, old castle, and a lot of land around. So Prabhupada came, he has a nice room, and he stayed there also for many days in this farm community. He liked it. He was doing, you know, evening walk. It was, at that time, 75, it was okay. But he came back in 76, few days in Paris, then New Mayapur. Then he was already sick, beginning of sickness past times arrived. So he did not give class morning, maybe one time. But otherwise, he was working afternoon, evening, around the places like this, and stop in this place and speaking. You have seen maybe many pictures of Prabhupada on the lawn in New Mayapur. So my interaction with Prabhupada was like this, and also in 76, I came to India. First time I came to India, 76. And I was with Prabhupada for 1 month in Mayapur, then Vrindavan Festival for 2 months with Prabhupada. Also morning walk, classes and that. So my interaction with Prabhupada is mainly about listening to classes and mainly book distribution, because I was book distributor. So when I joined after a few months, Bhagavan is sent me to Switzerland and say, please help the devotees there to preach in Switzerland. So I started traveling with a van, and we was distributing all over Switzerland. So my relation with Prabhupada is a relation of service as book distributor. So I did not have much interaction about these times with Prabhupada. After that, 77, I did not saw him because he was supposed to come, but he was really sick. He came only in London. But after London, he saw that his health decreased, so he left. So I never see him again. But we never stopped book distribution. Even the day of disappearance of Prabhupada, we did not stop. The GBC, we will do a festival in a few days next week, but continue. So with broken hearts, we still was out distributing books. Like this. So the service to Guru be mainly on this service, not especially interaction, personal interaction. Many people got many intimate interaction with Guru, but after a while also they left. So the service is the main cause of attachment developed to Guru. Because through service, then you can understand everything is revealed. Yasya Devi Parabhaktir Tata Devi Tata Guru. This verse. So everything is revealed for someone who is doing services. Sri Radha Govinda Temple. I saw Prabhupada also in Calcutta. Radha Govinda also, I think, Calcutta. It was a small temple also. But still the same temple, but they make it larger. Same temple. So Prabhupada is the one who installed Radha Krishna. He had this emphasis on Radha Krishna. When he was doing class, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihar, he always chanted this. He did not chant Namo Bhagavate Shingaya. He chanted Jaya Radha Madhava. I think the mood is given that our worship is for Radha Krishna. Radha Krishna Pranamor Jugala Kishore Devana Marane Gati Orana Himor. This song, Narottam Das, is telling the goal. Radha Krishna Pranamor Jugala Kishore Jivana Marane Gati Harana Himor. I will have no other goal than Radha Krishna. Even if I'm dying, then I will still worship. If I have to be killed for them, let's do it. But I will never put astray Radha Krishna Pranamo. So Prabhupada installed this moti all over the world, Radha Krishna. In London, in Los Angeles, in New York, also Radha Govinda, and so many places he installed Radha Krishna. Then big temple, he used like Vrindavan or Mumbai, he used to install gold Nitai, then Radha Krishna, then Sitaram, for example, or in Vrindavan, Krishna Balaram and Radha Krishna, but in separate, it is called Paroksha, Shambhu, room, special room. You should do this here. Have a separate small altar near this one. You put aside this one, you go to city, you buy a little altar, and you put Gaunitai there. And normally, we don't put Gaunitai nearby Radha Krishna because mood is different. Only Krishna, only Chaitanya possible. But when there is Gaunitai, then it is different. They cannot be mixed. Well, this is a little suggestion I'm giving.
Now we are doing a new temple like that.
What you want. But normally we do then you worship really God Nitai. By worshipping Nitai, you get Radha Krishna Paitenai, Dirgakori. Then by worshipping Nityananda, you can get Radha Krishna, but you cannot worship both together. This is the point. Either this one or this one, but you cannot mix. Because Balaram is never with Radha when Krishna is there. Krishna is playing with Radha Gopi in his own parts. Then Balaram is his own Gopi, but no mixing. Very rarely, there is some story, Ananda Vrindavan Shampi, but just meeting. But there is no mixture of Balaram and Krishna. Because mood different. Can understand. So, because if you are constructing a new temple means 1 more year or 2, I don't know. Huh?
6 months.
Huh?
6 months.
Christmas?
No, 6 months.
6 months? What? Good. Like this. So, our worship is Radha Krishna, and Prabhupada installed so many Radha Krishna, like this Radha Padishishwara. So when I came and I saw this movie, I fell in love really with them. More than now. It is strange, but I was maybe so dedicated that, I really had, great symptoms of ecstasy before this Radha Krishna. But I don't have anymore. I don't know what happened. So beautiful. Prabhupada knew how to attract, And then before that, there was Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra. Some devotee, French devotee, are carved, not coming from Jagannath, he carved. Very beautiful. It is there also. And, but it is on separate altar also. Because same, Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, it is Barkamul. So no. Some temple, they worship only Jagannath, then you can keep. But if you have Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, you cannot keep with Radha Krishna. It is simple to understand. It is called rasa basa. It is a mixture of rasa who cannot go together. So we have to follow this. How can we proper mood comes if we will not apply correctly while worshipping the Lords? And with Radha Krishna, then we are worshipping also the Gopi, Radha and Lalita, Vishaka, just like in Vrindavan, or just like in Mayapur, 8 gopis, you know, this is a intimate team of Radharani, you know, Lalita, Vishaka, Champakanata, Tunga Vidya, Induleka, Ranga Devi, Shikla Devi, Sudevi, 8 men gopi, you know, that is, you know, but we are not worshipping the Vipaksha gopi guided by Chandravali, for example. They are wonderful devotee, great devotee, extraordinary, but we are exclusively dedicated to the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. It is our mood. Radha Krishna Pranamo. So you have to know that Krishna is only completely satisfied only with Radharani, with no other gopis. Sometimes under the guidance of Radharani, he is going to see other gopis. Otherwise, no, he is fully satisfied with Radharani. So if someone is worshipping Krishna with other gopi, he will miss something, because the fullest aspect of Krishna is there with Radha, not with others. The fullest. So we are exclusive Radha Dasya. We want this. But Radha Krishna. Not only Radha and Krishna does not exist, because we know Radha is not pleased without Krishna. So we are worshipping Radha Krishna, but on the side of Radha. And Shiva in this beautiful Radha Krishna Kataksha Bhajanam is telling all these truths, you know, all these truths. Very intimate truths. Ultimately, our movement is a very intimate movement that we are becoming very near and dear to Radha and Krishna. And we don't want to, you know, worship this one, this one, this one, this one. We have to be exclusive. Just like many Indians, they have even Radha Krishna in Goa. One devotee showed me his picture, look my altar. So there was Radha Krishna, small, chota, like this. And then in front, he put Bal Krishna. And then on the side, there was a Murti of Narayan. I said, no, you cannot do this. You cannot do this. You can put Bal Krishna another place, another small altar here, and you Narayan here, and you worship them separately, you know. But you cannot put Bal Krishna in front of Radha Krishna, because it is not the same mood. Krishna with Radha is 15, 16 years old, Keishora age. But this Poganda and what is young baby, Kishora and Balakrishna, it is not the same mood. Krishna, fullest aspect of absolute is in Krishna Keishora age, but others are in self. This other aspect as in himself, but they are not. Balakrishna has not all aspect. They have no all ras. But Krishna is Rasa Raj. When you call him Rasa Raj, means he's a Raj of all. He can englobe, he can, you know, cover everything. But he has this Madhurya or Shringara Ras. You know what means Shringar? Shringar means utmost. The word Shringa means utmost. So this utmost ras is Shringa ras or Madhurya ras. You cannot find Madhurya ras in Bal Krishna. So we are worshipping Krishna as Krishna Shyamasundar Bhajendranandan. So this devotee, he put, I told him, no, Babu, you cannot do this. This is a mixture, you know. How can you relate? How can you meditate properly? And Narayan, we go to see Narayan. Oh, Narayan, please give me Vraja Prem. And we go see Ganesh, and we can say, oh, please, help me to enter into Vraja Prem. And we see this, and this, and we pray the same thing. Please, if you can help me to enter this Vraja Prem. That's all we pray to them, but we are not worshipping them. We are worshipping exclusively Radha Krishna. It is Prabhupada's mood. Otherwise, he will have chanted different songs. But always, I heard him many times, with his kartara. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari. His kartara like this. Gopi Janna Vallabha Girivardhari. Powerful. Never chant another songs. Never. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. If it was not his mood, he will have chanted something else. Nobody will have tell him. But he always chanted this mood of Braj. So we are following. And Chaitanya Charitamrita, why Prabhupada was so much anxious to translate Chaitanya Charitamrita? Because in it, so much, especially on Lila, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is absorbed in this Vraj Lila, then everything is revealed. So many verses are quoted from Bhagavatam, from here, from the Gita Govinda. So much nectar. Prabhupada knew. Then everything has been described. Does not mean we don't have to read previous Acharyas' books. We have to read Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami. If we want to enter into this Vraja Prem, we have to read all great Acharyas' books. We have, but Prabhupada gave also, synopsis, everything. Here is the way. So we follow. So we are not worshipper of Balkrishna, not worshipper of Sitaram, not worshipper of Lakshmi Narayan, not worshipper of Vishnu Lakshmi, not worshipper of Nishinga. We are asking something here, but we're praying them, oh please, oh Nishingade, take off with you, finger, take off the bad tendency I have in my heart, all the problems, Vignanash, take off all the bad tendency I have in my heart so that I can enter into. So we're praying Nishingade for this, not only for our own protection, but that please, help me to. So, but exclusively we're worshipping Radha Krishna Pranamo. That's all. I have nothing else to say. So there is certain rules to do on deity worship. We follow. Then little by little, the force of the rules will, and we will worship with greater enthusiasm. It is called rag. It will come. This rag will come. It is the goal of our bhakti. We stay in sadhana bhakti. By practicing sadhana bhakti, our goal should be bhav bhakti. So by little, these higher moods will come into our hearts. If it does not come, something wrong. Not normal. Because normally we should, many things should appear. Ruchi should come, Nishta, then Ruchi, then Ashakti, then Bhav. It's supposed to come. May take some years, but it's supposed to come. be more and more happy. Prasanatma. In one conversation, Prabhupada said, those who are not prasanatma, they are rascals. Those who are not joyful, So one devotee asked Prabhupada, I feel sad sometimes, I'm not happy. Prabhupada said, you are a rascal, he said to the devotee. And anyone who is not prasanatma is a rascal. So, like this. Because Krishna consciousness means you are very happy. You are feeling joyful. There is where is the problem? In New Mayapur, he gave this very well-known class. What is the problem? He repeated maybe 20 times. What is the problem? What is the problem? In this case, he was very relaxed. So what is the problem? No problem. But we have to follow, and we have to, if possible, follow higher Vaishnava and chant nicely and learn songs by Vaishnava. Many songs are very important. They are helping us in finding the good mood. Songs like Radha Krishna Pranamo. You know this song by heart? You know? Yeah, okay. So many songs like this we have to learn by heart, not by book, by heart. And you chant to glorify Krishna. Morning also, Mangalati, we should chant like Vrindavan. Vivavari Shesha Loka Proveshon Nidorshari Uta Diva Bolo Hari Hari Mukundam. No, very beautiful song describing only beautiful Krishna. This song should be chanted. Daya Shumati Nandana Braja Bora Naga. Then evening time. Then if you have Radha Krishna, then this other song by Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Jayo Jayo Radha Krishna Jugala Milan Arati Koloye Lalita Disakrigan Lalita Madhava Bame Vrishabha Nukaniya Sunila Vasana Gori Rupe Gunedaniya Nanavita Halankar Kole Jalamal Halimano Vimoha. Many beautiful songs. They gave this song for who? For us, not for dogs. He gave this song for us to learn, to chant, Then Mahamantra will reveal because of this mood contained in these songs of the Vaishnava. Then Mahamantra will become more powerful. This is a secret, one of the secrets of Krishna consciousness, to learn many songs by our Vaishnava, Narottam, Bhakti Vinod, Lochanadasta. We have seen Prabhupada chanting so many songs, by heart, crying sometimes. Parama Karuna Pavidi Jana Nitai Go. In his own mood, because nobody is able to imitate Prabhupada's way of chanting, okay? But he's chanting so many songs. That means we have to learn also this song, not only Krishna Chaitanya and Hare Krishna, but many songs should be learned by heart. It is not ordinary song. They are completely infused with the bhav of Vaishnava. And it will come into our heart also. Some understanding of this song will be there. Hare Hare Krishna, Dandavat. One question, or commentary, comments, rectification.
Ask Vrinda asked people like the answer.
Hare Krishna. If anybody has questions, please raise your hand. If anybody wants to ask questions or want to add anything, please raise your hand. Aishwarya Subhadra Devi, that's not you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Prabhuji, what is that quality of Srila Prabhupada which attracted you the most and made you surrender to him?
Frankly, I will say I don't know, because the whole personality was attractive. It is not that one quality, remark especially, but the whole personality was so much attractive. Just like when I saw Prabhupada first time he came out of his car, I was there. I was still in blue jean because I was helping to paint the temple. You know how it is, temple at the time, you know. Prabhupada arriving and so everything. But even 15 minutes, half an hour before, there was painting in the temple, you know. So I was in pants, you know, and I said, wow, I should have been in dhoti, but anyway, it was too late. But when Prabhupada came out of his car, I did not think about this, you know, it's just a flow of tears came out of my eyes just by seeing him. So why? Did I know him? Did I remark something? No, it is just the personality, the extraordinary transcendental. First time I saw one person transcendental, completely, you know, out of this world and coming from Krishna's world. So the tears came out of my eyes, that's all. So I did not remark something. Then I following in the temple, and I was afraid because only 10 minutes before there was still pot of paintings and ladders in the temple and so many things in the temple. So I said, well, Prabhupada is going to see that and he will not be happy. But when I entered, maybe 2-3 meters after Prabhupada entered, nothing was there. Everything was clean, completely purified, smelling good, no trace of anything nowhere. I was amazed because I knew just 5 minutes before it was like this. So one miracles, and then Prabhupada, so they opened the curtain and Prabhupada, you know, look at, so Radha Parishishwara has been there from the previous years, and so he, you know, bowed down, you know, very gracefully like this, Dandavat completely, and then Dandavat before Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. There was only Chota Gornita at that time, like this. So like this, then, you know, Kirtan was there, then he went to his beautiful Vyasasan, long Vyasasan, maybe seen the picture. And he started class. So at that time I was young devotee, and French means not English. We're not speaking English in France. So I did not, I knew reading because 4 months before there was no French book when I joined, only English books. So I had to be forced to learn English. So I have one dictionary, one book, and I learned, and each word I was, then I look on dictionary. I learned like this to read in English in 4 months, but did not know really how to speak, and certainly not understanding, and certainly not understanding Prabhupada with thick Bengali accent, you know. So I did not really, it was translated, you know, one phrase translated like this, so I understood the class, but Prabhupada himself speaking, no. So Mataji asking me about particular characteristic, I will say just the personality by itself was sufficient to completely convince me, you know, of everything in Krishna consciousness. When he was looking at Prabhupada, you knew that purity, absolute truth is there. You know, there is no way to not believe in this. That's all. Sri Prabhupada ki.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Sri Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda ki Jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Thank you very much.